Hi, this is John Vincent. Now, welcome to the Swish Pattern video. So this is a very powerful generative NLP technique. I used to use this when I worked with clients one-to-one. I would use this for smoking cessation. So you can see that this is an incredibly powerful technique that it's not the entire technique that I would use, but to have people stop smoking, this technique is one that I used to use. Like I say, I would do other stuff with it, timelines and things. But what I want to do is to demonstrate how the swish pattern works. And in the next video, I'm going to guide you through it so that you can actually go through the swish pattern yourself and make changes in behaviour, which change your habits. So this is about changing habits. So you change a habit, you have a different behaviour. So, Niraj, you've got a habit you want to change.
Yeah, well, I mean, I bite my fingers really badly, and I know that...
You bite your fingers or your fingernails?
Sorry, my fingernails.
Fingernails, all right, okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And I know it's a nervous habit. I've had it since I was a really little kid, and I know that it's not very presentable. And I think, you know, if you want to have a peak performance state, you want to be presentable, you want to be attractive, and I think having nails like mine probably aren't the most attractive thing.
Okay.
So if you can get rid of it for me, this habit,
See what we can do.
I will be your fan forever. I already am your fan forever.
So, well, all right then.
Okay.
So this is really easy. Essentially, this is really very simple because you know exactly how you want to be.
Yes.
Right? You want to be the person that uses nail clippers.
Yeah.
Right? And that uses a nail file.
Correct.
Right? To make them look nice on the end. You know?
Yeah.
And possibly even one of those nail buffers. But then
Yes.
it makes them shiny. You know?
Yeah.
So you want to be the person that uses nail clippers and that has nice, presentable nails rather than bitten nails.
Correct.
Right? And you even know exactly what, you know, when you want to stop doing it. Your hand comes up to your mouth. That's the kind of, no, I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to do this activity. So you know exactly what activity you don't want to do, and you know how you want to be instead.
Correct.
All right. So what I want you to do for me first off is to I want you to imagine biting your fingernails. Right.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. So this is the kind of thing that happens when you go to bite your fingernails, right? Your hand is there and you're about to sort of start biting it, right? Yeah. So I want you to just close your eyes for a moment for me, and I want you to picture what you just saw, your hand coming up to bite your fingernails.
Okay.
So you make an image in your mind of seeing your hand coming up, ready to bite your fingernails.
Okay.
Point to that image. Point to it.
Yeah. With my hand now?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's there, okay? How big is the picture? Show me the size of it.
It's like...
Probably about that big. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it colour? Is it black and white?
Just a kind of an outline.
So it's like an outline.
Yeah.
Of your hand coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the thing you no longer want to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I'm gonna get you to open your eyes. So how do you want to see yourself?
I'd rather, I suppose, you know, have long nails, presentable nails.
Presentable nails.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So I want you to close your eyes for me right now, and I want you to picture yourself. So this time I want you to imagine you can see yourself, and you've got nails that, hey, you maybe even are going to get a manicure at some point, right? Because you've got nails that can be manicured. Okay, so I want you to imagine seeing yourself with nice looking nails. Yeah? And how good does that make you feel? How good would it be to be like that?
Definitely more confidence.
You'll be nice, right? You'll be good. All right, I'm going to get you to open your eyes for a minute for me. So what I want to do is to use a technique called anchoring as well, right? So I'm going to ask you just to close your eyes for me. And in a moment, I'm going to reach over and touch you on the shoulder, if that's all right.
Okay.
And but before you do that, I want you to think of something that makes you feel really good. Okay?
Okay.
When you think of something that makes you feel really, really good. The kind of thing that you couldn't tell me out loud. That's the one.
Right.
The kind of thing that if your mum found out, she'd go, Niraj! That's the feeling we want.
Okay.
Now get that feeling. Notice where does that feeling start? Where do you get that good feeling in your body?
There.
Yeah, and what colour would you imagine that feeling is?
Like a kind of golden ball.
Yeah, like a golden ball.
Yeah.
And it's sort of spreading like that.
Yeah.
I want you to imagine spreading that golden ball bigger and wider.
Yeah.
Start spreading it up to the top of your chest. Yeah, so you get that feeling all the way up to the top of your head. And I want you to really feel that feeling. So how good does that feel?
Really good.
Double that feeling. Double the intensity of that feeling. Make it really big and bright. Make it radiate. Okay. Make it go, ooh, yeah. So a really juicy sort of feeling. Alrighty. So how good does that feel when you think about that good feeling? How good does that feel? Yeah?
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, man. Is that good?
Yep.
Bring up a nice big smile to your face. Alright, I'm going to get you to open your eyes for me again. What I want you to do is to close your eyes again, and I want you to picture how you want to be instead of the person that used to bite their nails. Alright. So you see yourself being confident, you've got nice nails, and how good does that feel? How good does that feel? Yeah? Yeah, that feels good. Okay. Mitch, you can open your eyes for me for a minute. What I'm going to ask you to do in a minute is to close your eyes and picture, that outline you had of the hand. All right? So you had an outline of your hand coming up. Yeah. You know that image that you've just made of you feeling really good, having nice long nails and just feeling good about yourself, right? I'm going to get you to take that image and imagine squashing it and compacting it right down, okay? So you're going to put that image in the bottom right-hand corner of this other image of your fingernails coming up. So in a minute, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and see your hand coming up, and then down in the bottom hand corner, you've got this other image of the way that you really would want to be, rather be instead. And so as you're looking at that image, you're going to take this little one from the bottom hand corner and just have it expand really big so that this picture of your hand just drops away and this small image just expands up really big. And you're going to do it swish, that quick, literally that fast, all right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, so close your eyes. Imagine seeing that hand coming up, and then down at the bottom hand corner, you've got that small little image. And so as you're looking at your hand with your nails and that small image in the bottom hand corner, all of a sudden, very quickly, you just go swish. Yeah, and have that good golden feeling that goes with it, that good gold balls, that golden balls feeling that you had. Yeah, that's the feeling we want.
Yeah.
All right, and open your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, open your eyes, and then close them again. And then see your hand coming up again. And then down in the bottom hand corner, you've got that small image. As you see your hand coming up, you just go swish. That's it. And you have those golden balls feeling, that pleasant feeling. All right. Open your eyes, close them again. And then see your hand coming up, and then swish. And you have that much better way of seeing yourself being good, and that good feeling there, right? That good golden balls that makes you chuckle. Open your eyes, close them again. See that hand coming up, and then down in the bottom hand corner, you've got that small image. As you see that hand coming up, swish. That's the one, yeah. And have that good feeling. That feeling that started around here and just expands. That good feeling. Yeah, that's the one. Open your eyes and close them again. And try and see your hand coming up. Is it getting harder to see?
Yeah.
Yeah. And swish. That's the one. So that you see that other way, of the way that you want to be. And then open your eyes and then close them again. Try and see your hand coming up and swish. See yourself the way you want to be with nice, good nails. Feel that good feeling. And then open your eyes, close them again. And try and see that image. Can you see that image? Is there anything left of it? Can you still see a bit of it? Yeah. And swish. See the way you want to be instead. That's it. Open your eyes, close them again. Try and see that old image of the hand coming up. Swish. And feel that good feeling, right? Yeah, man. And open your eyes, close them again. Try and see that image of your fingers coming up and swish. Feel that good way. Imagine seeing yourself now. How different does that feel? So open your eyes for me. And so basically what we're doing here is we have this what, and it's not this. Instead, you want to be like this. So you're basically telling your brain, not doing this activity, but being like this new way that feels good, right? Of seeing yourself being somebody who is with nice nails, right? So it's basically saying to your brain, not this, this. Not this, this, not this, this, not this, this. And that's how habits are created, right?
Wow.
So you learn to tie your shoelaces, learn repetitive over and over and over again. But by deliberately going through this process and saying to your brain, every time you start to do this, think about golden balls.
Think about sex.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So have that good feeling. It's about having that good feeling attached to seeing yourself being the way you want to be.
Brilliant.
So it's about having a really good feeling. So if you think about try as hard as you can now in vain to think about biting your fingernails. Instead, see yourself being a way that you'd rather be. So how different does it feel? Try as hard as you can in vain to imagine biting your fingernails. Instead, how different does that seem?
Totally. It's very hard to actually imagine the nails now being bitten.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep you updated on this. And we'll keep you updated on this after a few days.
Can I keep imagining what it feels like to have long nails?
Oh, yeah.
I really like that.
Awesome. The Swish Pattern. Hi, so welcome to the Swish Pattern video. Now, this technique, created by Dr. Richard Bandler, is an incredibly powerful generative NLP technique. I used to use this with clients one-to-one to help them stop smoking. As you saw in the previous video, we used this with nail biting. And of course, those kind of things like biting your nails can end up making you not look like an attractive person. This is about taking control of your behaviours. Now, actually, the other day, somebody rang me up and said, "Are you going to Stuart's party at the weekend?" And I thought to myself, do you know, last time I was at Stuart's party, just before 9 o'clock, they switched all the lights on, went in the living room, put a DVD on, there was no music, there was just a couple of bottles of wine that had gone, there was no food. To me, that wasn't really a party. And I said, no, I'm not going to go to Stuart, and I named his full name. And my friend said, no, not that Stuart, the other Stuart, who works in the entertainment industry. And he hires projectors and projects films on the side of his house and hires in chocolate fountains. He has walk-round entertainers. There are separate rooms in his house with different types of music and chill-out areas. There's food and cocktails. It's a real party. And in that instant, the image I had in my mind of a dull, boring party switched to the image in my mind of something that I really wanted to go and do. It's that quick that it switched. And this is how fast you want to do the swish pattern. In a moment, I'm going to guide you through the swish pattern. You see, if you have a piece of sheet metal and you bend that piece of metal, it flexes and you let go and it bends back again. If you have a right angle and you slam it on the right angle, that piece of metal bends and it sticks. It's stuck there for good. That change is permanent. It's happened. The only way you're going to get that straight is by melting it down again. This is called catastrophe theory. And the brain works in patterns in a very similar way. It happens quickly. Phobias, for example. Somebody gets bitten by a dog as a child. Doesn't take long to get bitten by a dog. But that could create a phobia of dogs that would stay with that person for the rest of their lives. They will be unable to be around dogs or go anywhere. Phobias are an amazing example of one trial learning. Or being on an aeroplane, or just thinking about airplanes. You can build phobias and scare yourself. They happen instantly. Change happens instantly. With the swish pattern, we're going to change instantly some of the habits and behaviours you've got. So, what I want you to do is to think of a behaviour that you want to change. So if you need to pause this video for a moment, that's fine. Pause this video. Think of a habit that you want to change. Let's leave big, huge things, and we'll just start with something small and simple. So pause this video. Think of something that you want to change. Right. So what I want you to do, as in the demo, in the demonstration, the biting of the fingernails, the cue of this behaviour the image that we had was the hand coming up to biting nails. So if you're, for example, wanting to change a behaviour where you're unable to talk to your boss, or if there's a really attractive person in a bar, and every time you go up to them and start talking, you just fall to pieces, go nervous and start stuttering and unable to communicate properly. And you want to be different. So whatever you see just before you engage in the behaviour that you no longer want to do, I want you to bring that to mind. So it was the nails coming up, or it could be, imagine walking up to people and being all nervous. So this is from your point of view. So if you are walking up to people and not being able to communicate properly, this is what you would see in that situation. Close your eyes right now and bring to mind what you see in the situation just before you engage in an activity, a behaviour that you no longer want to do. So what is it that you see in your mind just before you do this behaviour that doesn't serve you? Okay, and open your eyes. Now, we're going to create an amazing new state. This is where you have the opportunity to become the conscious architect of your unconscious patterning. What I want you to do right now is to think how you want to be in that situation. So close your eyes again and think about how you want to be. And this time, I want you to imagine that you see yourself stood there. So this time you're seeing yourself walking up to the person and being really confident and able to project yourself and talk and be able to communicate and feel really good. Or whatever it is, if it was the fingernails coming up, you imagine seeing yourself being somebody who says, no, I don't smoke anymore and feel really good. Or no, I don't bite my fingernails anymore. In fact, I had a manicure. Whatever it is. So I want you to imagine seeing yourself being the way that you want to be in this situation. And how good does that feel? How great does it feel to be like that? And I want you to notice where that good feeling starts in your body. And what can you do to make it even better? How can you make this feeling feel so much better? That's it. Double that feeling in your body. Notice where that feeling starts and just allow yourself. Spread that feeling all over your body and really feel good. That's it. Imagine seeing yourself being the way you want to be. And other people saying, hey, do you want it? And you say, no, I don't do that anymore. Or, hey, yeah, let's go do this. And other people going, wow, I thought you couldn't do that. How great would that make you feel? That's it. How wonderful is that going to feel? There we go. Make this image big and bright and bold. Make this image bigger, brighter, bolder. Feel really good. All right, and open your eyes. So, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and picture what you saw in the first image. So, the fingernails coming up or walking up to somebody and being all stumbly. What you would see if you were actually there in that situation. And down in the bottom hand corner of that image that you make, I want you to imagine you've got this other image of the way that you want to be, shrunk down really small, and in a moment and very quickly, that old image is going to disappear as the new one expands and completely covers the old image. That fast, swoosh, that fast, really quick. And we're going to repeat this maybe 10 times. So, close your eyes, bring to mind whatever it was that you saw. And then down in the bottom hand corner, that new and wonderful way that you want to be. So as you're looking at the whole image with this new wonderful way in the bottom hand corner, all of a sudden and very quickly, swish, that's it. And feel how good it feels to be like that and see yourself being this new way. Now, open your eyes and close them again. Picture that image and down in the bottom hand corner, the new way that you want to be and swish. Yeah, and feel that good feeling. Spin those feelings all over your body. Feel really good. See the way you want to be. Open your eyes. Close them again. See that old image of the thing you used to be and swish. That's it. See yourself being wonderful and feeling great. Feel those wonderful feelings. Open your eyes. Close them again. see that first image, try and see that image again, and down in the bottom hand corner as you're looking at it, swish, there you go. You see the way you want to be and feel that good feeling. Yeah, give yourself that good feeling and extend it, make it feel really wonderful all over your body. Open your eyes, close them again, try and see that old image and swish, see the way that you want to be. So much more attractive, so much more powerful, so much more wonderful. Feel those wonderful feelings. Open your eyes, close them again, try and see anything of that old image and swish. That's it. See the new way that you want to feel really good. That's it. Open your eyes, close them again. See that old image or anything that's left of it and swish. There you go. See that new way of being. Feel that feeling. Double that feeling. Deliberately make that feeling bigger and brighter and bolder as you think about the way you want to be now. Open your eyes. Close them again. Try and see anything of that old image. Swish. See the way that you want to be and feel fantastic now. How good does that feel? And open your eyes and come on back out. So really what we're doing here is saying to the unconscious, not this, this, not this, this, not this, this. It's repatterning the unconscious mind so that you're saying, I don't want to be like this, I want to be like this, not like this, like this. It's the equivalent of doing a behaviour hundreds of times over by doing this fast generative process. So right now, if you try as hard as you can in vain to imagine that old image that you used to swish, instead of seeing yourself now be in the way that you want to be. Try as hard as you can in vain to imagine that old image. Instead, you just see yourself be in the way that you want to be in this situation, this new behaviour you want to have. And how good does that feel? And how good does it feel to feel like that? Now remember, the actual process of the swish pattern, picturing what you see in the environment, your fingernails coming up or people laughing at you as you're stumbling over your words, and switching that to being and seeing yourself being much more confident and capable, and switching those images, open your eyes, close them, switch those images, takes maybe a minute, 90 seconds to do that process 10 times in a row. So if you find that in a month's time or 6 months' time, a year's time, or 3 weeks' time, or whenever, you find that it's slipping a little, oh, it didn't work. Oh, it didn't work. It only lasted 3 months. It only takes 90 seconds to do it again. And if you do it again and again and again, you will really repattern your unconscious mind and send congruent signals that this is the way that you want to be. In fact, I recommend you back this video up to the point where I guide you through the exercise and pick 2 other bad habits that you want to change. So right here, right now, today, you run through 3 different habits that you want to change. And you do the same process over and over again. Or you could pick the same habit but from a different situation. So you're okay with small dogs or big dogs, but in different situations. If there are different areas, like it's your boss or it's meeting an attractive person in the bar, similar situations but different, run through it again, do it again, do it again. So you've done this technique 3 times and really embed powerful change. And like I say, if you get to 6 months' time and you go, oh, well, I stopped smoking for 6 months, but it hasn't worked. Come on, it takes 2 minutes. And then you've got another 6 months, or maybe 18 months this time. Go do it right now, and I'll see you in the next video.